Hey everybody, thanks for coming. It's the Rare Old Timer, and this is my mini concert number 220. First up tonight is a song that was popularized by Arlo Guthrie, actually written by a fellow by the name of Steve Goodman. I listened to it this afternoon. It's a pretty good version. Riding on the city of New Orleans, Illinois Central Monday morning rail. 15 cars and 15 restless riders, 3 conductors and 25 sacks of mail. All along the southbound Odyssey, the train pulls in a Kankakee, goes along through houses, farms, and fields, passing trains that have no names, freight yards full of old black men, and the graveyards of rusted automobiles. Good morning, America, how are you? Say, don't you know me? I'm your native son. Well, I'm a train to call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Dealing card games with the old man in the club car. Penny a point, ain't no one keeping score. That's the paper bag that holds the bottle, feeling the wheels a rumbling beneath the floor. And the sons of Bolton porters and the sons of engineers wear their fathers' magic carpets made of steel. Mothers with their babies asleep, rocking to the gentle beat. Now the rhythm of the rails is all they feel. Good morning, America, how are you? Say, don't you know me? I'm your native son. Well, I'm the train to call the city of New Orleans. I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. Nighttime on the city of New Orleans, changing cars in Memphis, Tennessee. Halfway home, we'll be there by morning, through the Mississippi darkness, rolling down to the sea. And all the towns and people seem to fade into a bad dream. Still in the rail, still ain't heard the news. The conductor sings his song again, passengers the police refrain. This train's got the disappearing railroad blues. Good night, America, how are ya? Say, don't you know me? I'm your native son. Well, I'm a train to call the city of New Orleans. I'm gone 500 miles when the day is done. I'm the train to call the city of New Orleans, and I'll be gone 500 miles when the day is done. So that is obviously the city of New Orleans. Let's see, next up is a little bit of a sad song. The homeless have been with us for a long time. Ralph McTell wrote about this, I guess it was back in the 50s. Have you seen the old man outside the closed down market, picking up the papers with his worn out shoes? In his eyes you see no pride, held loosely by his side. Yesterday's paper telling yesterday's news. you're lonely, say for you the sun don't shine. Let me take you by the hand, I'll lead you through the streets of London, and I'll show you something, make you change your mind. Have you seen the old girl who walks the streets of London with curlers in her hair, her clothes all in rags? She's got no time for talking, she just keeps right on walking, carrying her world in 2 brown paper bags. How can you tell me you're lonely? Say for you the sun don't shine. Let me take you by the hand, show you through the streets of London. I'll show you something, make you change your mind. Outside the all-night cafe at 11:15, that same old man sitting there all on his own, looking at the world over the rim of his teacup. Each tea lasts an hour, and then he wanders all alone. How can you tell me you're lonely, and say for you the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand, I'll lead you through the streets of London. I'll show you something, make you change your mind. Have you seen the old man outside the Seaman's Mission? Memory fading like the ribbons that he wears. In this winter city, the wind cries little pity for one more forgotten hero, and the world doesn't care. How can you tell me you're lonely, say for you the sun don't shine? Let me take you by the hand, I'll lead you through the streets of London, and I'll show you something, make you change your mind. Yes, I'll show you something, make you change your mind. So that's the streets of London. Started out as the streets of Paris. Next up is Jeannie Ritchie's song. I'm not sure whether this predates John Prine's Paradise or not, but it's a similar motif about strip mining. I come from the mountains, Kentucky is my home, where the wild deer and the black bear so lately did roam, where the clear washing waterfalls, wildflowers green, and through every green valley there runs a clear stream. Sad scenes of destruction on every hand, and only black waters run down through my land. Sad scenes of destruction on every hand, black waters running down through my land. Well, the quail is a pretty bird, she sings a sweet song. tall timbers she rests with her young. But then the forest explodes with a dynamite's roar, and the voice of that small bird is heard there no more. Then the mountain comes tumbling, all often and grand. Poisonous waters run down through my land. Sad scenes of destruction on every hand. Black waters running down through my land. At the start of the springtime, we planted our corn. At the ending of the springtime, we buried the sun. And then the summer came, a nice man saying, everything's fine. My employer just requires a way to his mind. But they blew down my timber, they covered my corn. Wave on the hillsides a mile further down. And the man stands and talks with his hat in his hand as the poisonous waters run down through my land. Sad scenes of destruction on every hand. Black waters running down through my land. Well, I ain't got no money, not much of a home. I own my own land, but my land's not my own. Well, if I had 10 million somewhere thereabout, I'd buy Perry County and drive them all out. And then I'd sit by the stream with some bait in a can, and I'd watch the clear waters run down through my land. Wouldn't that be like the old promised land? Black waters no more in my land. Yes, wouldn't that be like the old promised land? Black waters no more in my land. So that's Jeannie Ritchie's Black Waters. The next up is folk song known on both sides of the Atlantic. They're slightly different in the UK than they are here. Called the Ballad of San Hall. Well, my name is Sam Hall, Sam Hall. Name it is Sam Hall, Sam Hall. My name it is Sam Hall, and I hate you one and all. You are a bunch of blighters, all damn your eyes. Well, I killed a man, they said, that's what they said. Killed a man, they said, that's what they said. Killed a man, they said. Shot him in the head, and I left him there for dead. Damn his eyes. So we put me in the jail, down in the jail. They put me in the jail, down in the jail. They put me in the jail, and they tied me to a rail. They wouldn't let me have no bail. Damn their eyes. Well, then the preacher came along, he came along. The preacher came along, he came along. The preacher came along, and he sang his little song. He told me everything I'd done wrong. Damn his eyes. Well, now it's up the rope I go, up I go. Up the rope I go, up I go. pleased and proud, damn your eyes. Well, my name it is Sam Hall, Sam Hall. My name it is Sam Hall, Sam Hall. My name it is Sam Hall, and I hate you one and all. You are a bunch of lighters all, damn your eyes. Parenthetically, the Air Force has also adopted the tune of that song and the words I can't do publicly. It's a funny song though. Next up is, let's see, who did I hear this song from? I think it was Seamus Kennedy. It's about a young Scotsman goes out one night and maybe has a beer or too much. The Scotsman, dressed all in his kilt, left the bar one evening fair. You could tell by the way he walked that he drank more than his share. He staggered on until he could no longer keep his feet, and then he stumbled off into the grass to sleep beside the street. Ring ding diddle little line-o, ring die diddly. To sleep beside the street. Just then two lovely lassies happened to pass by, and the one said to the other with a twinkle in her eye, "See yonder sleeping Scotsman, so strong and handsome built. Well, I wonder if it's true that he wears nothing beneath that kilt." Ring ding diddle little line-o, ring die diddly I-o. I wonder if it's true that he wears nothing beneath that kilt. Well, they crept up on the Scotsman, quiet as could be, lifted up his kilt about an inch so they could see. What do you suppose they found beneath that Scottish skirt? Why, nothing more than God had graced him with upon his birth. Ring ding little line-o, ring die diddly I-o. Why, nothing more than God had graced him with upon his birth. Then the one said to the other, "It's time we should be gone. Let's leave him a present before we travel on." So they left the blue silk ribbon tied up into a bow. Around the bonny star, the Scotsman's kilt did lift and show. Ring ding diddle little line-o, ring die diddly I-o. All round the bonny star, the Scotsman's kilt did lift and show. Well, the Scotsman rose to nature's call. He headed for the trees, lifted up his kilt, then he gawks at what he sees, and in a strangled voice he says, once before his eyes, "Oh lad, I don't know where you've been, on the sea you won first prize." Ring ding diddle little line-o, ring die diddly I-o. Oh lad, I don't know where you've been, by the sea you won first prize. So that's the Scotsman, and that's mini concert number 220. Thanks for watching. See you next week.